Good morning. I was looking at the obituaries this morning because I recognized the name of someone, and I didn't have the right person, but as I read further in the obituary, there were two other names of people in that obituary that I did know. And it was such a rush of affection for them when I read their names, Leon and Ruby Etchemendy, because they'd been part of my life for many years. And apparently they'd shown great kindness to the man who died as well. Rising and death, dying and living are such mysterious parts of our existence. I've got this pot of succulents that I'm cultivating, and the aloe plant has grown crazy large, much bigger than the others. So I had to do some dramatic pruning, and I just didn't have the heart to throw away the piece of aloe, this branch of aloe, because it's got medicinal properties and it's good for you, and plus it was so beautiful. So I put it in a glass of water, and just to keep it alive so that I could continue to use the leaves when I cut myself or burn myself. And what's so funny is it's not growing roots, but the big leaves are turning yellow and dying. But there along the stalk, in the juncture of the leaf to the stalk, are new baby aloes growing. So in the dying is new life. Scripture tells us too, there's the story of the seed, and not until the seed falls into the ground and dies can it bear life, can it bear fruit. One form of life giving way to another, in holding on to being that seed, it would never develop further than being a seed. It would never become the plant or the flower or the stalk that it was meant to be. It's so striking for me how this is part of our existence, this ebb and flow of living and dying. And spiritual people will tell us that it's not just the living and the dying that's key. It's the attachment that we have to what we experience at the moment. So unless I let go of my attachment of the way I prefer the living and the dying to go, I will not gain any benefit from it. I will not gain the grace or the gift of what is possible at the moment, because I'm clinging to what I prefer. I'm clinging to what I really want to happen, not what is happening. And I think there's such a mysterious lesson in that for us. At least I find myself just thinking about this even after I've read this man's obituary. What does it mean to let go of my preferences? To pry my fingers off of what I want to be real, what I want to happen, what I really, really wish would happen. And if I can do that, I mean, sure, other people can pry our fingers off of the reality, right? But I don't think we're learning anything from that except resentment and anger and how do I clench back onto what they pried my fingers off of. But if I can do it myself, if I can come to a place in myself where I'm able to gently pry my fingers off of what I prefer and to sit with what I have at the moment, there's great peace in that. It doesn't mean that there's not pain in the process, right? We're not pretending that's not so. But Scripture tells us, the divine who created us tells us that if we can live life with a looser grasp, there's greater peace. There's greater wholeness and contentment. Instead of this surging underneath us that we don't have what we want, we grow in an acceptance of what is real and what we do have. Life and death, attachment and detachment, such mysterious parts of who we are. I think we'll leave it at that. I know I've got a lot to chew on. Have a great day.